At this time, I would like to ask Michael Knapp to come up and do the Hall of Fame presentation. Thank you.
When you collect chips, you sometimes look for a particular chip for your collection. When you look for one particular chip, you spend a lot of time on eBay. When you don't find the particular chip on eBay, you spend a lot of money on other things on eBay. When you spend a lot of money on eBay, you get frustrated. When you get frustrated, you go on Oprah to make a public appeal for the particular chip you're looking for. When you go on Oprah, you spend even more money on hotels and travel to get there. When your public appeal doesn't work, you come to the convention to find your particular chip. When the show opens, you begin looking for the particular chip at dealers' tables. When you can't find the particular chip on the first day of the show, you spend even more money on other things. When you finally find the particular chip you were looking for, you have no more money left to buy it. And when you have to pass up the particular chip you were looking for because you have no more money left to buy it, you find that Terry Lazarus has a whole box of them. Don't spend all your money on eBay or going on Oprah. Check all the dealer tables when you still have money left. As you know, the club's Hall of Fame is the highest honor we can give, and induction is reserved for those members who have contributed the most to the club and to the hobby as a whole. Since its inception in 1998, a total of 22 members have been inducted into the Hall of Fame, at least one a year. 5 of those members have passed away, but all members of the Hall of Fame are shown in the program you received at registration, along with their biographies. I'd like to introduce the living members of the Hall of Fame now, and please hold your applause or Bronx cheers until all have come up to the stage over here. Alan Anderson could not be with us. Archie Black, Kerry Burke, Howard Hers, please come up. Phil Jensen, Jim Cruz, Mark Leiterman, Alan Myers, C.T. Rogers, Eric Rosenblum, Doug Saito, Dale Seymour, Mike Skelton, Jim Steffner, Wayne Thompson, Gene Trimble, Ernie Wielden, and me. I said, and me. That's me, Michael Knapp, yes. Montana Slim. And we are pleased to have with us a banana wearing a black hat. Most of you know that Hall of Fame inductions are based on recommendations received from you, the members, then nominated and voted on by the Hall of Fame committee, which consists of all members of the Hall of Fame. Once voting is completed, the results of the election are kept secret. Not even the members of the committee know who has been chosen for induction. This year we induct one new member to the Hall of Fame. Belinda, please come stand here. Belinda Hickson has been an integral member of the club, donating her time and efforts to the club as an officer and a volunteer for the past 14 years. She's a life member of the club, having joined in 1977. She's been a volunteer at every convention since 1998. The first convention she attended, even while she was serving as an officer. She was secretary for 6 years, 2003 to 2009. She co-chaired the convention for 2 years, 2000 and 2001. She's been responsible for volunteers, the first goodie bags, the convention program, banquet, and pre-registration. She produced the convention program for 4 years, growing the number of pages from 25 to 75, exposing our hobby to new advertising and the club information to new convention attendees. She produced the first club logo apparel in 2001. She was a top 10 recruiter in 2006. When our membership officer resigned, Belinda helped perform the duties until a new officer was elected. She created the photographic CD Journey Through 15 Years in 2007, the club's 15th convention and 20th anniversary. Belinda has served as volunteer coordinator for the 2010, 11, and 12 conventions. She initiated and has served as chairman of the Junior Collectors Program last year and this year. Please help me welcome Belinda Hickson to the Hall of Fame. I'd like to thank Roy Nelson, who arranged to get her plaque made for the permanent large plaque, and Jim Steffner for helping get her award made here in Las Vegas.
At this time, Doug, I'd like our president, Doug Smith, to come up and make some presentations. Thank you.
Okay, when Michael Knapp starts talking, no, I'm not going to go into that whole thing. I'm going to make it short. I got a couple of awards that I'd like to give. The first one is going to be our Janice O'Neill Memorial Book of the Year Award. Big surprise, the Chipwreck, once again. David Sprague, Sarles, and Jay Sands. My mistake, it's the gaming table. Same three guys. I'm just so used to the chip rack winning every year. Okay, our next award is going to be Magazine Article of the Year. This one was my personal favorite this year. It was entitled From Star to Dust by Mr. Jim Steffner. Okay, just one or two more, and then you're going to get rid of me. One of the duties each year of the president is to give a President's Award, which is basically for distinguished service, longtime service of some of our volunteers. This was extremely hard for me this year because there's so many volunteers who are deserving of this. So I had to think long and hard, but I did want to thank not only these people, all of our volunteers, including the hundreds of people who even serve an hour or two at the tables. It's because of every one of you that we can do what we do. So thank you very much. This year, I've got actually two different awards to give out. The first one's going to go to some people who, a lot of people don't realize what these guys do every year. It's kind of a behind-the-scenes thing, but it's because of what they do that everyone could enjoy the convention, and what they see in there is because of the hard work of these two people. So the first award this year, the President's Award, goes to Paul and Barb Bender. My second award, President's Award this year, is going to go to somebody who most of you are going to recognize, although probably not in what he's wearing. He has been instrumental in me becoming a board member, because basically he got me drunk one day and talked me into it. Was the club treasurer for numerous years, been on the MOG board for a long time. This year happens to be our convention chair, as well as our claims director. So in case you got a problem, Mr. Mike Quinlivan. And now the best news of all, I'm done speaking and we're giving it back to Wayne.
Steve Beto. Steve has a couple of presentations to make.
Evening. Two presentations. The first one, I'd like to award the second annual Greg Susong Memorial Award. We actually had some really great candidates. We had great candidates last year. The contributions by the four candidates to the club, to the hobby, were, they were pretty extensive. Gene with his illegals of the day, Todd with all his work for the magazine, Andy, who promotes the club a lot through on the internet and by helping grow the club by bringing in new members. And then, of course, Charles for all the work that he does on the chip guide. And, without this, I really think that we would be, we're shrinking, but we're shrinking at a lot less because of what these people have done. The Greg Susong Award is awarded to the person that has done most to expose the club and the hobby throughout the year, and it's voted on nominated by the members and voted on by the members, and it's important, and I'd appreciate it if you all could actually take the time to vote. This year's winner is Todd Barrett. And Todd gets this plaque to take home with him, and his name goes on the perpetual trophy award as well. The next is the Recruiter of the Year award. Obviously, you know, we've had a lot of people falling off. You know, we've had, you know, people, we lose them by attrition. But we have two members. It's always been Archie, who's done the most to bring in members for the last, I think, as long as I've been membership officer. This year we have somebody that breaks Archie's streak, and that's Andy Hughes, Recruiter of the Year. Archie was a very, very close second. But what's really important is in these last couple of months, we have had a lot of new members join and recommended or sponsored by just any number of different people, which is great. So instead of just Archie and Andy, I mean, it's great. So if everybody can take some time, maybe come up with an incentive to offer. Don't ask to pay for somebody's membership, because that really doesn't work. But Archie and Andy, they've offered chips. Leonidas Tan, he's offered chips. I mean, those are the kind of things that keep people interested in staying with the club. So if anybody can do that, it's greatly appreciated. We need to do whatever we can to grow the membership. I know Andy's not here. He asked me to give you an acceptance speech. Thanks. And that's it. I'm done.